Manchester United's top four hopes were dealt a major blow as they were beat 2-0 by Newcastle. The Red Devils were second best throughout on their travels, and Eddie Howe's men deservedly took the lead in the second half when Joe Willock nodded into an empty net from Alan St-Maximin's header back across the goal. Despite needing to get back into it, United continued to struggle and were fortunate to not fall too behind with Joelinton's header tipped onto the bar by David De Gea before Fabian Schär also hit the woodwork. They then did when Kieran Trippier's free kick found the head of Callum Wilson. There's no question about it, the defeat rests on Erik Ten Hag, who got multiple things wrong. Is taking a look at them. Benching Fred. It was inevitable that Casemiro's absence would have a big impact on this United side, but he was sorely missed at St James Park. That could have been minimised had Fred, who's looked a man reborn in recent months, been afforded a start by Ten Hag. His pressing would have helped United cope better in the middle of the park, where they were overrun by the hosts. Not having a plan B, Ten Hag knew exactly what challenge he'd been dealing with up against Howe's 4-3-3, which has played many teams off the park this season. It may well have been a wise idea to match up Newcastle in that respect, rather than religiously sticking to the 4-2-3-1 which struggled this afternoon. The Dutchman should have shut up shop in the 7-0 drubbing at Liverpool last month, and having that plan B up his sleeve could be a much-needed game-changer. Continuing to put trust in Weghorst. It's clear as day Wout Weghorst isn't good enough to play for United, and to be fair to Ten Hag, his hands are rather tied with Anthony Martial, a fragile commodity. But it was he who brought in the giant striker in the January transfer window, and he's got to hold up his hands and admit it's a failed experiment. Weghorst's first-half performance made for painful viewing, and United fans will be praying Martial can stay fit for the remainder of the season until they can strengthen. Playing out from the back, and if you are going to start Weghorst, you might as well play to his strengths. But Ten Hag continued to have his team play out from the back. It's hard to recall United hitting it long and trying to find the big man, who with Rashford and Antony either side of him had plenty of willing runners. Their persistence with keeping the ball at their feet ultimately cost them what could be vital points come the end of the season.
Now